Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we could best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we are going to talk about, boy, this is really wanting to jump out this Emperor here. Today we're going to talk about the Moon energy, the Moon Astrology for November 23rd through the 29th. And the reason I like to cover the Moon Astrology because it's how we feel. And how we feel really is, you know, our experience for the week. So it's how everything kind of comes together for us. So that's why I do focus on that. I want to invite you to please hit the thumbs up and show your love and support for this channel. I really appreciate it. If you are not a subscriber, then you can and hit the notification bell and select all so you'll be notified when I upload a video. And for those of you who are my subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and for showing up every week. I want to encourage you to please leave a comment. I'm at the end of this video going to pull cards for a couple of people. They left me comments on the Libra video last week when I did the astrology, and I'm going to do it again next week because I've really actually been enjoying doing this. So I don't know how many weeks I'm going to do this for, but I am definitely doing it next week. So leave me a comment and get a card pulled special for you. All right. Interesting that that Emperor, I'm going to pull him out, that Emperor was making himself known because what you have that showed up is the Four of Pentacles, which is the lower vibrational energy of the Emperor, which is the Four. And the Emperor is about manifesting and creating and running your life and knowing that you have enough and that you are capable of making and creating more. It is the energy of the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords and the King of Cups. And when we have the Four of Coins, which is the Four of Pentacles, this is the, I don't know, do I have enough and can I manifest? And so I think the way to manifest, the way to counteract this energy here is to really step into the higher vibrational energy of that, which is the Emperor. So this is the energy of the week where you're kind of looking at stuff and you're going, I don't know, do I have enough? Do I have enough money he's sitting there in front of his castle, kind of protectively. What I do like is that he has his hands open, not clenching them. But it's like, is this enough? Is what the question is. It looks like, is this enough? Do I have enough? Do I have enough to take care of my house? Do I have enough? And the Emperor says, yes, you can manifest whatever you want. So let's focus in on this Emperor energy for the week and see where this takes us. You know what's interesting is because it's at a beach, whenever I look at this, at first I always think Four of Cups. There's a crab in the front and everything, which Four of Cups is actually during the early part of July. I can see that it's off balance again. I think I figured out what the problem is. When people around here use their 5G devices, it messes with my internet. It's great. So let's see here. There's this calling out. This calling out. I feel like calling out to spirit. Here we have the hawk back here, and the hawk shows up on the phone. And so I really feel like, you know, calling out and asking for help and guidance from spirit, from your higher self, for guidance and trusting in that is going to allow you to figure out where you're going. Because we start out this week with this assessing energy. Like trying to figure out where it is we're going, what we have, and where we're headed to. That's very much that Four of Pentacles energy of this one. So the moon is in Pisces, and when the moon is in Pisces, it's going to come into conjunction with Neptune. And Neptune is going so slowly right now. It's getting ready to stop, and on Friday it's actually going to station direct, and it's going to take another 2 days before it gets moving forward. And that's really just all optical illusion. It never stops going forward. But so close, and the energy gets really, I think there's like, what's illusion and what's real, and so there's this need kind of like to discern your way through it, to sort it all out. But let's get some guidance here on this assessing of the situation Do you have enough? The answer is yes, if you decide you do. I always have more than enough, and there's more on the way. I always have everything I need, want, and desire. Okay, yeah, wow. Oh, holy cow. You got the card that says ask for help. Ask for help. Ask for help. Angels and spirit, they want to help. They stand there ready to go, but you have to ask because you have free will. So don't forget to ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need, and then you have take a chance on love. Woo! Where can we start to love our lives? When we start to love, our lives change forever. And I think this could be self-love. When we love ourselves, when we pick us, when we say, wow, okay, I need some help, some guidance here, and I'm going to follow my dream, I'm going to follow my passion, I'm going to put myself as a priority in my life, not in a selfish way, but in a way where you say, I matter. I actually matter, and I don't have to make myself subservient to others, and I matter, and I don't have to be this small child. I can be this boss in my own life. When we choose ourselves, and then we start finding energy that matches that. People who have also chosen themselves, and so you have two complete and whole people, which when they work together creates a synergy, this third entity, which is the relationship, which is I keep hearing the word entity, but so maybe that's the right word. It feeds both people to make them better people, but they don't need the relationship to exist. Having the relationship makes their lives sweeter. Your life would be sweet without it. It's sweeter with it. It's kind of like I have this really, really great oatmeal. And I really love the oatmeal plain. But sometimes I like to add honey. It makes it sweeter. It's kind of like that. Adding a little honey to your life makes your life sweeter, right? Okay, so on Tuesday, the moon is going to move into Aries. At 10:05 a.m. in the morning, Aries is squaring off with all the energy of all those planets up there in Capricorn. So on Monday, that energy was in a really nice aspect. The moon was in a really nice aspect with all those planets in Capricorn, and it was like, what do you want? What is your dreams? Ask for it. Put it on paper. Write it down. Journal on it. And then action steps. When the moon moves into Aries, what steps are you going to take to start making your dream a reality for yourself? And part of it is discerning what is really important and what it is that you really want. And another part, probably the most important part, is releasing your fears. Releasing the negative ideas and energy that you have around it, and creating the safe and healthy environment for you to grow and thrive in. Because you released all the negative, and you're not worried about what's going to happen next. It is a trust and a confidence in the universe to bring you what it is that you need. Wow. You have the Kiwi Dragon. It says fertile. This dream, this goal, this hope, this take a chance on love, this asking for the help that you need, whatever it is that you planted the seed of intention with when that moon was new in Scorpio, which would have been in your second house of what you value, self-esteem, self-worth, finances, that was fertile ground. So releasing your fears around it, because you're going to manifest what you focus on. And if you're focusing on the negative or on the scary stuff or on the, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can, or the negative thoughts, when you focus on that, that's what you manifest. So instead, focus on, I'm asking for divine help to create this situation, this relationship, manifest this relationship into my life, manifest this job opportunity, manifest, my own sense of self-worth into and I trust that you've got my back, Spirit. I trust that. Because this ground is fertile and I can grow anything that I choose to focus on, and I'm focusing on the good stuff. I'm focusing on the honey. So Thursday is Thanksgiving here in the United States. And that's an opportunity worldwide for everybody to take a moment to count your blessings. There's this energy around that first, Thursday in Jupiter world. It's about expanding. It's about manifesting what we want and bringing it in, and then counting our blessings. And then one of the best ways to bring in more into our life is through recognition of what we already have. Now, focusing on what you don't have, but what you have, and that is good. That is really good for you. So there is a little bit of tension in that energy around you, but I think this feels more like an internal tension to me. Feels more like this need for you to when the moon is in Aries, that is in your partnership, intimate or business, but it's one-on-one. And so it feels like an internal struggle that you're having inside of yourself to trust that you can manifest what you want. I think it's the self-talk that is the biggest fear, is generated through the things that, so confidence. Confidence will be key. All right, so the moon is going to move into Taurus at 10:43 a.m. p.m. Thursday night. So mostly it's Friday and Saturday energy. And once Taurus is there, this is this energy of being grounded and creating a plan of action that actually works. And so if you are thinking about what you value along the financial route, you definitely are being asked to consider how can you save money, because you have savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So, do you have enough? You have enough to save. You will do fine with 3 coins, put one aside. Like, I commit to my future. I am investing in myself because I want to be the emperor. Right? This little boy wants to be the emperor. It's so funny because this little angel is like picking off of a plant, and this is fertile. And I feel like invest wisely in yourself, but it does it through savings, not through necessarily taking risks. Although we have to take a chance on love. Connect with higher self. Connect with your if what you feel through your heart space feels right, you'll know. You'll know. It's going to take willpower, and it's going to take focus. So if you have a goal, a dream, like I want to save money for my own castle, right? Maybe you're paying rent and you're like, I want my own place. I'm sick and tired of the landlord situation, right? Then you need to be able to save money. Hard to do when you're paying rent. I totally get that. But there is probably someplace in the budget. I hate to say that because we got COVID and everything going on. Take a look around, see what you can manifest. And if you can't actually figure out how to manifest it through, cutting cost or cutting back because you're already bare bones, and trust me, I have been there in spades. I have been there. Look for the opportunities because you're asking for help. And take the hand up. Don't let pride get in the way, right? Oh my gosh. Look at the card you have. This is an angel holding out looks like a golden chalice where just manifestation and magic is happening. Ask for what you need. Ask for what you want. Thank you, Sadikio, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. Wow. So, money is energy. one of the ways that you bring more energy into your life is by giving energy out. So donating energy, which could be time. It doesn't have to be money. So it could be time. It could be knowledge and skills. And it could be money. So I had a friend who, when times were really lean, she found a co-op where she would go in on Saturdays and she would work to help, distribute the money and, the produce that came in and stuff. But in exchange, she did not have to pay co-op dues. She got her portion for free. So there are creative things that you can do. So transformation, look for opportunities, ask for the help you need, ask Sadiq to help you to come in and transform your situation to create something for you that supports you and nurtures your inner sense of magnificence, right? That makes you feel safe and secure, that you go from, I don't know if I have enough, to I'm large and in charge. And then I really want to say, when you reach that part where you are manifesting, then you reach back and you help others so that you keep the flow of energy moving, right? You don't want to block the flow. Okay, so lots of opportunity on Thursday and Friday to really tap into that earthy, grounded Taurus energy to create a plan that really works. That's also your 8th house of transformation. And then the moon will move in at 11:16 a.m. on Sunday, that's Eastern Standard Time in the United States, into Gemini. Those few hours before it does that, the moon is in a very nice aspect with Pluto, which is about transforming, and Jupiter, which is about expanding, and Saturn, which is about, do you have a plan? Is it working? So really spending that time using that in those last few hours, so you can get up early on Sunday, or, depending where you are in the world, before the moon moves into Gemini is a really highly productive time. So if you want to sit down, put stuff down on paper and work out a plan, figure things out, that's a really good quiet space time to be very organized and to create a budget or whatever it is that you need to take you to where you want to go. Oh gosh, I can't tell you enough to ask for help from the divine and then be open to receiving the information and the guidance, those ideas that pop in out of nowhere, that friend that calls you up and says, oh, by the way, I'm going to go down and do this. You want to come help me too? And they're giving away this, that, or the other thing, or the opportunities, or there's a job fair and I'm going to, you want to come along? Whatever it is, those are messages from Spirit. Be paying attention, be listening so that you get the help and the guidance that you want. So spend some time on that, because on Monday we have that eclipse in Gemini, and for you, Gemini is in your 9th house of connection to spirit. It is higher knowledge. It is travel. And so how do you want to create space in your life to allow this in? Now, that is if you are a Libra rising. If you are anybody, whatever it is that you're feeling like you need to release something in order to create energy to allow something in, you're probably exactly right. It's based on your rising sign. And so unless you know your chart really well, you might not know what that is. And so what do you feel that you want to make a change in, and focus on that? How can I create space for an opportunity to grow? How can I grow my little 4 pentacles into where I'm the CEO and the boss of my life, right? So the crystal card that you have is I hear, see, notice, and understand messages from the divine. There is the little phone with the messages from the divine. Here's the divine messages coming in on the phone. That they're coming in. Are you listening? This is improved spiritual communication skills. That's that 9th house work. When that eclipse happens in Gemini, that is the communication house with spirit. So improve spiritual communication skills. Interpret signs and symbols. If you don't know so when I see animals cross my path, I saw an emu the other day. Was driving down, and it was a animal rescue place, and I don't know how long they've had the emu, but I know I've never seen an emu before, and I'm like, okay, well, there's a message there. Like when I see something out of the corner of my eye, my spirit animal guide is actually a hawk, and it's my primary one. I have others, but that's my primary one. And the other day I was walking in the woods, and so I'm in the woods. Usually when I see hawks, they're flying around or they're sitting on the lines by the road as I'm driving by or up in the trees or whatever, but I see them, but I never see them on the ground. And this one was down on the ground in the woods. And it caught my attention because it kind of picked up what it was dining on and moved to a spot where it was safer. And so it was kind of like the message to me was, you know, go for what you want and don't be distracted. Stay focused. So that's what that meant to me. But what do the things mean to you? So as you start noticing things, you go and you look them up, spiritual meaning of, or what does it make you think of? What does it make you feel? How do you feel when you see that? When you see a ladybug, oh, good luck's on the way. Like you start to recognize and create this language, this communication tool that you use with spirit. So I hear, see, notice, and understand messages from the divine. That requires you actively participate in communication. When I took my interpersonal communication class, they made a big deal about there's a sender and a receiver. If the sender's not clearly sending the messages, then the receiver can't hear them. Okay, I'm pretty sure Spirit's pretty good at sending the messages, so that makes it the onus, right? The I own this part of my responsibility on you, the receiver, right? So I have to figure out how to decode the messages, right? So then you ask for specific signs. Now you're the sender. You're sending a clear message. So for instance, when I was trying to figure out if a hawk was my spirit animal guide, I specifically said, if the hawk is my spirit animal guide. I was walking one morning, it was a Sunday morning, I was walking over to CVS and I just wanted to pick up some stuff and I like the nice long walk. So I was walking and I said, if the hawk is really my spirit animal guide, I want a tail feather. I want proof. That's what I really want. So I'm walking along, I go to CVS, I do my shopping, I come back, the same place where I uttered those words, no lie, it's like a half hour later, there on the sidewalk, hawk tail. I still have it. In fact, it's right here. I'll show you. Feather. I asked for proof. You can ask for messages from Spirit. If you are very clear in what it is that you want, how you want to receive it, what you're open to receiving, how will you receive the message? Be very clear. This is about the sending and the receiving. So it's about learning how to connect with Spirit and have these conversations. It was really early in my awakening process that happened. And so ask for signs and symbols. Ask for them and then look for them and go, okay, I knew that. All right, thank you. Don't forget to be grateful. All right, so I will see you all back here next week. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment so you can get a special card pulled for you. And I'm going to move on to the part where I'm pulling cards for two people who left me messages last week. I have Joanna up first. So Joanna, let's get you a message from Spirit, special for you, Johanna. Well, so were you trying to make a decision? Do I stay or do I go? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Should I be doing something else? Because the answer is no need to do. I'm exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There is nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I am already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, then I do the laundry. So if you are wondering if you are on your path, are you doing your life's work? The answer is yes, you are already there. That's very cool. That's an excellent message. So remember this. I hear, see, notice, and understand messages from the divine. You're where you're supposed to be. If you're having some doubts about what's next, what do you do? Pay attention to the messages in your heart space. What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you see? What do you notice? And trust your gut because you are right where you're supposed to be. That is excellent. Okay, next message up for Ezra. Special message for Ezra. A different message than the last one, please. Additional messages and items for Ezra for this week. You have communication. It's beautiful purple. This is communication with spirit, among other things. Communication. Wonder how that other person's feeling? Ask them. Wish they knew what you were feeling? Tell them. You have been drafted into the communication army where there is a strict do, ask, do, tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will just make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with that aphorism. I know you know what this means. You need to speak up. You need to be prepared for the answer to be what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear. But if what you really want to hear is the truth, then you have to speak your truth. Okay? Wow. Alrighty then. Okay, I will see you guys back here next week. Y'all have a great week and get some rest and pay attention to the messages of the divine. They are coming in for you big time. All right, y'all take care. We'll talk soon.